This split-screen data visualization highlights the two extremes of Group E, measuring raw attacking volume against structural resilience. Looking at the left side, Germany's 7-1 demolition of Curaçao generated an immense 3.6 expected goals, off of 72% possession. On the right, Côte d'Ivoire presents a different profile. Their 1-0 victory over Ecuador extended a remarkable defensive record, 6 clean sheets in their last 10 matches. These philosophies collide here at Toronto Stadium, with a guaranteed ticket to the round of 32 on the line. Under Julian Nagelsmann, the German squad operates as a fluid, possession-dominant machine designed to suffocate opponents. Opposing them is Emerse Faé's disciplined Ivorian side, carrying the momentum of their 2024 AFCON title, and built specifically to absorb pressure before striking in physical transitions. There is almost no competitive history to draw from. Their only previous encounter was a 2-2 friendly draw back in 2009. Looking at the tactical board, Germany will deploy a vertical 4-2-3-1 structure. Côte d'Ivoire will answer by dropping into a compact 4-4-2 or 4-3-3 low block. This match tests whether an elite possession system can safely dismantle a low block optimized to exploit the very spaces the attacking team leaves behind. This tactical diagram illustrates the critical battleground. The pitch is divided vertically, and these bright red corridors are the half spaces. Germany relies on rapid, short passing from the midfield base to bypass the first line of defense and funnel the ball into these specific zones. Jamal Musiala acts as the primary operator here. His close control allows him to receive the ball in tight pockets and break defensive lines. He is supported by Florian Wirtz, who constantly interchanges positions to generate numerical overloads and rapid passing combinations in those same areas. To counter this, Emerse Faé forms a rigid horizontal line, a disciplined low block. Kessié and Fofana anchor this, tracking playmakers and obstructing half-space passing lanes. This compact shape severs the supply line to Kai Havertz, isolating him. This forces the German midfield pivot of Alexander Pavlovic and Felix Lemeka to absorb immense physical pressure as they try to maintain ball circulation. The Ivorian collective discipline ensures their center-backs are not dragged forward, maintaining a solid wall in front of the penalty area. If Germany cannot successfully compress that Ivorian midfield line and feed their playmakers, the entire half-space mechanism stalls out. When the center becomes too congested, the tactical vulnerability shifts to the flanks. Watch the movement of German right-back Joshua Kimmich on this overhead view. As he drifts centrally to assist in possession, he leaves a structural void down the right side. Kimmich's inversion is a risk required for Julian Nagelsmann's side to achieve possession dominance. But this void is exactly what Côte d'Ivoire is waiting for. They are built to absorb pressure for as long as necessary until a turnover occurs. The second they win the ball, the Ivorian transition accelerates violently from a compressed defensive shape into an open sprint. This rapid transition into open space is the primary responsibility of winger Amad Diallo. Following a turnover, a long ball targets Diallo in Kimmich's vacated space. German center-backs are dragged out to cover the flank, forcing dangerous one-on-one duels. We see the same risk on the left, where Nathaniel Brown pushes high, leaving open space for Yann Diomande. Côte d'Ivoire's win condition relies on executing this vertical strike in the seconds before the German counterpress can reorganize. Germany's primary method for generating attacking strength creates the exact spatial trigger Côte d'Ivoire is built to exploit. This tactical standoff is matched by a tense psychological battle on the touchline. Emerse Faé has been direct in the build-up, stating, "We're not coming to watch the Germans play. We're coming to beat them." He rejects the narrative of the passive underdog. Instead, he plans to use high-intensity disruption to break the European rhythm. Julian Nagelsmann has issued strict warnings to his own squad to avoid defensive complacency. He is actively managing the mental hangover of their 7-goal win in Matchday 1, knowing overconfidence leaves fullbacks stranded out of position. Côte d'Ivoire wants to drag Germany into a chaotic, physical contest, disrupting the rhythmic passing environment the German system requires to thrive. Navigating that chaos will require composure from veterans like Manuel Neuer to organize the shape from the back. It will also test the collective cohesion of a German squad that has finally found a unified identity. Tactical blueprints are only theoretical. Spatial control requires the mental discipline to execute those instructions under extreme transitional stress. Looking at the board split down the middle, we see the opposing win conditions. On the left, Germany dictates the tempo, executing combinations through the half spaces for high-quality chances. On the right, Côte d'Ivoire intercepts central passes, springing wingers into the open channels. This match will be decided by individual duels, starting with Jamal Musiala's spatial awareness against Franck Kessier's defensive positioning. Simultaneously, Amad Diallo's raw transitional pace will test Joshua Kimmich's recovery speed on the flank. For the German defensive line, these 90 minutes are an exercise in risk management. For the Ivorian midfield, it is a test of physical endurance and positional discipline. A single split-second defensive lapse in transition has the power to completely override 89 minutes of pure possession dominance. Is the World Cup won by the mathematically strongest system, or by the team that best controls the pressure of transition? Group E dominance will go to the side that survives the specific vulnerability embedded within their own tactical DNA.